the question today, if not Brooklyn, where is the best fit for Kyrie? And David, I will tell you where the best fit is.
Oh, really?
It is clearly the Los Angeles Lakers. People are forgetting because they missed the play-in. You know why? Because LeBron and AD were hurt all the time. But LeBron and AD, when last seen together healthy, were busy winning a championship. Now, what's the problem with the Lakers? Really, they added Westbrook. They didn't have enough shooting, right? The most underrated part of Kyrie's game is, in fact, that he is a great shooter from everywhere on the floor. Not only does he give him shooting at the highest possible level at a very high usage rate, but along with LeBron and AD, you have every single thing you need to win a championship. You get a few 3-and-D guys from the G League. That's the best fit. Plus, LeBron gives him the keys to the franchise. This is going to be yours. And he follows in Kobe's footsteps, which he always wanted to do.
You are right about a couple things. You're right about having Kyrie and LeBron and AD and how that works, because it's almost like having a great defensive lineman, a linebacker, and a safety, right? However, you are very wrong about something else. Grab a couple 3-and-D guys from the G League. That's what the Lakers did last year. We'll take vets that'll play for a cheap thing. We'll bring in some rookies. We got Austin out here shooting threes. We tried this with the Lakers. It is Westbrook 2.0, bringing Kyrie there. They tried LeBron and Kyrie in Cleveland. Kyrie demanded a trade. I was on Sports Nation with you the day it happened. However, you're right about something else. The right fit for Kyrie is Los Angeles. Clippers. People forget about the Clippers. You're saying, oh, LeBron and AD were hurt. Guess who else was hurt in Los Angeles? Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. That team has the role players to make that big three a championship team that the Lakers do not. The best fit is the Clippers. Now,
He ain't going to no Clippers.
this is all hypothetical because he will likely end up right across the river in Brooklyn. But for this to happen, he would have to opt in. The Clippers would have to send some pieces to Brooklyn. But that is a much better fit than anything else outside of the Nets.
He's not going to the Clippers, who've never been to a conference finals. By the way, it's not the same thing as going to the second banana team. Well, he went to the Nets, not the Knicks, because the Knicks haven't done anything hardly, in 40-something years, never ever won a championship. The Lakers have enormous equity built up in that town. That's the heritage franchise. The Clippers are the clown franchise, even though Ty Lue and Kawhi and everything.
Okay.
Think about this. You hit the nail on the head.
No.
You hit the nail on the head.
Now you're talking about brand association, not talking about basketball.
You don't think that's part of
logos
Kyrie?
and jersey sales. You're not talking about basketball.
Brand is important. Wait.
You know that the better team would be the Clippers. The better team would be the Clippers, not the Lakers.
Think about this for a second. Imagine the Cleveland Cavs,
Okay.
right? Back when they were getting to the finals every year.
Yep.
Now add AD. Take away Kevin Love. Add AD. You have LeBron and Kyrie, and instead of Kevin Love, Anthony Davis. They would get to the finals.
This is not a question of which is the better big three. This is a question of which is the better basketball team, and that would be the Clippers.
Well, they have a better coach. They have a better coach.
Oh, wait. Ty Lue and Kyrie. Didn't they win a championship together?
What Ty Lue and Kyrie, LeBron and Kyrie.
Together.
LeBron and how could you resist
Right,
the
they do have a better
storyline?
coach. Oh, no, but they've got a cooler logo. The Lakers have a cooler logo, so he should go
The
there.
Lakers did not go for 3-and-D at the trade deadline because they could see it wasn't working. But I guarantee you put these three guys together and management sees what's going on. Oh, they'll pick up guys at the trade deadline. Well played. See, I like what you did right away. You agreed with me to try. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.